Today, we're going to talk about why you should consult a real estate attorney and not ChatGPT for your real estate needs, right? What are the pros and cons of it? And we're going to do a deep dive with Melissa today. I'm seeing a lot of this. I'm seeing a lot of, agents, a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers, a lot of people, business people, just, going in and consulting with ChatGPT almost to draw up contracts, to do things. And without a doubt, every single time that happens, there's inaccuracies and there's things that are going on. So I kind of just want to hear your take on it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I mean, I think ChatGPT is actually a really amazing resource, right? I mean, it scours the internet, it spits out this information, but you don't know if it's vetted and if it's accurate. And I've actually been at ChatGPT for lawyer, so AI for attorneys, kind of what we need to know, how to counsel our clients. And there's some facts that would probably astound you to learn that they're actually an attorney who was disbarred because this
Wow.
attorney used ChatGPT, and ChatGPT manufactured a case based on the facts of what he prompted it to say. And then he cited that case because he didn't know it was a bogus case. So the
Mm.
court called him out and said, "Where did you get this case?" He presented them with the case. And then, of course, the court was like, "Is this from ChatGPT? Are you aware this is not a good case?" He never looked at the case that was being referenced or cited. It didn't exist. It was completely made up. And,
Wow.
the judge was like, this is just completely ridiculous that you would actually waste the court's time with something that came from ChatGPT. So there's been instances where people have been disbarred or had other sanctions. And if you can imagine attorneys doing it and not recognizing the pitfalls of this, can you even imagine what the lay person or the average person is doing when they're relying on what ChatGPT spits out with blind faith because it's probably not something that is going to be deemed reliable or valid? I do think that you can work with ChatGPT to set a baseline,
Mm.
and even to set the tone of an email or to start an email to get the context and make sure it's written as fluently as possible in whatever type of terms you're trying to create. But I absolutely agree. I think it does require a lot of manual manipulation to add your personality to it. And after taking that class that I had mentioned, I did use ChatGPT to draft a purchase and sales agreement in Rhode Island because that's what the electors recommended. Like, go use it. Look to see how you, as a realist, a professional, could utilize this or where the pitfalls are. To your question,
Mhm.
right? I can tell you that the purchase and sales agreement that was generated was probably like I'd give it a grade C if you're talking about what you can get on a scale. But right within the body of it, so if God forbid somebody used it, never even read through it, it says you should consult an attorney. This does not replace legal advice. So at least
Mm.
they've got their disclaimers in place. And there were things that were just completely inaccurate and wrong. Time is of the essence was included, which generally speaking is not going to be included in most Rhode Island contracts. Not to say that you can't include it, but that's not standard. Certainly the inspection laws in Rhode Island were not really properly identified. So
Mm.
there are certain things that I would say, yes, you can use it as a jumping off point or a springboard for conversations, generating outlines, maybe drafting email templates for you. But I don't think that it is beneficial for buyers and sellers to negotiate inspection contingencies using ChatGPT or agents to replace the use of attorney consultation with ChatGPT. I don't feel as though ChatGPT is going to replace attorneys. I sure hope I don't eat those words someday. But I do think that it has a place, but not a replacement.